Hey everybody, this is Aylad and we're back with another episode of Red Panda Solo. Today I'm continuing the project I started in the seawall video. We're going to be extending this jetty out into a long pier where I can actually dock ships somewhat parallel with the shore. That way it shouldn't look like the ships have to switch the gear shift into reverse and go beep, beep, beep to get out of the dock, right? I've always been a little unclear how that was supposed to work in the real world, but so this is going to be pretty huge, and it's going to give me the sort of the starting point for some really exciting builds in the future. Alright folks, I have finally, more or less, finished the dock. It's a big one. So, this has been a pretty massive project. I've spent the better part of a week on it. I probably have been working on it for a week or more. You know, just like after work and in my limited free time. But it all started with the seawall here. I really like how it came out. I'm not going to say it's perfect. There's a couple things I'd probably do differently if I could do them over, but I'm not going to do them over. No way. I like how the sand works, like it's kind of got some dunes piled up against it a little bit. I like that very much. Then around here, I decided to crumble the end a little bit as though part of it had been completely destroyed. And I'm gonna work some more rubble and like remnants of destruction kind of deal Probably going across here. Or maybe, let's see. Maybe more like across this way. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. This is all pretty far in the future, actually. But at some point, the seawall might pick up and kind of follow this coastal line right here. Or it might swing all the way out to the sandbar. Now that I'm looking at it, I think it's kind of doubtful. Probably follow the island there. But anyway. So what you see here with the seawall is not all that there's going to be. At least it's not all that I have planned. But it's a starting point. This end of the seawall, I ended up kind of building what will be a little fort. It's not going to stay looking like this. For one, I hate anytime there's a massive expanse of stone bricks. It's just ugly. I went ahead and put it in because I needed something to cover it with. It's not going to stay that way permanently. It's probably going to be some kind of a little tower somewhere along here inside this curve. There's going to be cannons up on the top to look like it's ready to fend off some pirates. But that's a little farther in the future. There's this jetty kind of sticking out here. I actually ended up building it hollow so that when I'm out in a little rowboat, I can kind of paddle right through here and eventually come out right in here, which is going to be pretty nice. The jetty leads to a couple of piers sticking out. There's going to be sailing ships on the outside of these. That's going to necessitate digging out a little coral reef. That's okay, I'm sure I'll have uses for the coral. But yeah, there's going to be a couple of ships docked there. Probably might work out some small boats to put more on the inside, something a little more maneuverable. But then, yeah, the elephant in the room, I guess, is these two massive platforms here. And again, just like that massive expanse of stone brick, these are not going to stay cobbled all the time. Yeah, there's going to be a big old warehouse probably on this side. And extending back, maybe all the way back onto this slightly narrower part here. Yeah, I'll probably build it that big. We'll see. Then on this side, part of the space is going to be taken up with a stable, and then I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the other part. Maybe like a harbor master's office, something like that. This part of the seawall isn't finished. I didn't want to end up doing just tons and tons of stone brick like I did on the fort over there. This is going to be something different. We'll see how that works out over time. Got to rescue that turtle too. I'm not planning on leaving him in there. And then on top of this is going to be a big old inn. Some place for travelers off the ships to stay overnight. And it's probably going to be like bigger than, it's pretty definitely going to be bigger than the actual island that it's on. So it'll be kind of extending out on pylons or something along those lines. The insides of these went ahead and flooded just to keep spawns down. Like, I assume I can probably still get drowned in here. I haven't really looked up their spawning rules. And the other side is the same way. Eventually I'm going to drain these and use the interiors for something, but I couldn't tell you what right now. The whole transition here at the shoreward end of the jetty, I don't know how I'm going to work this. I don't like it the way it is. I hadn't figured out yet what I'm going to do about it. We'll see. We'll see. I might move this transition here where it kind of steps up. Might move it right down here. But looking at it from the air, I don't really know how that's going to look. I hate the way it looks now, so it'd almost have to be an improvement, but we'll see. We'll see. Got a lot of decisions in my future, right? And most of those are going to wait until after the warehouse is built. So once I see how these big pads, these big foundations look with buildings on top of them, I'll have a clearer idea of what I want to do next. There's some other work that I did entirely off camera underneath those foundations. There's a big canyon. I'm kind of in the process of getting it lit up. You can see that I'm getting a lot of monster spawns in here. Anyway, so there we are. That's what I've got done. A little sneak peek at some of my future plans. It's going to be really nice to get the warehouse built so I can completely get rid of these chests and then the totally inadequate storage room under the hive house here. And then the inn is actually going to be my new base altogether. Like, I'm just going to move out of the hive house, finish the interior finally, and set up shop in the inn. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're as excited as I am to see the upcoming improvements. And yeah, just keep in mind that all this stuff here is really just the foundation. Much more excited about the ships and the buildings and a lot of other great stuff to come. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, I'd like to invite you to take a little voyage down to the subscribe button. Yeah, subscribe is good. And I hope to see you back for the next one. Thank you guys. Bye bye.